live, right, with some Batista / Nathan Bogard entrance music with Bogard as our kickoff match tonight. Episode 33 of SWA coming up. 7 matches, as is customary. A couple of tag matches. The Ascent Championship on the line in our main event. We'll see the Quinn brothers in action. Unhinged, the Disciples of Grey. Paragon, Dr. Morbius. Former SWA World Champion Tomoyo Yamaguchi taking on Luke Thompson. Also a former SWA World Champion, although his reign was short-lived. Getting ready to get things underway. Bogard and Balor coming up first here in Dallas, Texas. Matchup between a couple of guys who would love to move up the power rankings quite a bit. Here tonight, they're locked in almost a deadlock here. 44th and 45th in the rankings. Both men coming in at 2 and 5.
Yeah, it's interesting how at once they have the same record and so are in a similar place, but they also feel like a very different. What did you say it was, 2 and 5?
Yeah.
They both feel like very different 2 and 5s. I feel like I've seen Balor also kind of struggle quite a bit in tag competition, and Bogard has had some really strong losses, even though he hasn't had a whole lot of wins. I don't know, it just feels like, though these guys seem very similar on paper, something about the eye test tells me that there's a lot of difference here, and I think that maybe Bogard is not the only one who feels that way about his stature among the power rankings.
Yeah, it'll be up to him here to prove that to be true as well. As you said, a winnable match for sure here against AJ Balor, who's been kind of on a rough skid in the singles world and in tag action. Bogard has had some great matches, like you mentioned, but just come up short in a number of them. He will look to right the ship a bit here tonight. He has fallen to Balor's teammate, Corey Wolfhart, relatively recently.
Yeah, and I can't say that was one of his stronger losses. I mean, it was a bit of a surprise, if I'm being honest.
We last saw Bogard a couple of weeks ago facing off against Eddie Vortex. Got himself a win on episode 31. Vortex, another guy that's kind of struggled to get any foothold on the power rankings, but if you're gonna face off against someone like that, you gotta come away with a win. Bogard did that night. He'll look to do the same thing against AJ Balor here tonight. Another time he will have a size advantage, much like his match against Vortex, facing off against another cruiserweight here in AJ Balor.
Yeah, one of the smaller guys on the roster, and not quite the otherwise athletic pedigree of your Eddie Vortex, who is, of course, an Olympian. But, not that he's all bad. He's a guy who we haven't really seen be able to put it together in any major way, and so I wonder if that will continue to happen tonight, I suppose.
Balor's last match was against Dom Juan, in a match that Dom Juan come away victorious in, so Balor's looking to get the first steps of a streak going here with a win tonight. Bogard is looking to continue the little bit of momentum he picked up against Bogard. Two very similar records, two very different wrestlers. Look for Balor to use sort of that a little more high-flying action, elevation. Bogard's going to want to keep things grounded here and use his strength. And he goes right to work. The DDT on Balor. But Balor's quickly back to his feet.
Balor with a little drop kick to the back of the neck there. Using that that athleticism, jumping around, stuff like that. But Bogard definitely leveraging the power game early on.
Nice Hurricane Rana takedown, though, from Balor. Bogard, strength on display there, just picks him right up. He was getting a workout in. Also, look out for Bogard going to the submission game. He is a bit of a power submission specialist. One of the few in the SWA. He's used that pretty effectively when he's come away with wins, but he catches a big knee there from AJ Balor.
Yeah, you know, that power submission obviously makes sense when you're a guy who's big and strong and Haas-like in the way that Bogard is. But meanwhile here, AJ Balor sending him round and around and around, and then he eats a super kick.
Quickly back to his feet. We've actually seen that from both sides here. Able to show some resiliency, but it's Balor who's going for a submission here. Got some single leg action locked in, but Bogard rolls out of it.
Drags him to the middle of the ring. What's Bogard thinking here?
Just to stomp him back down here. Playing with his prey here a little bit. Sends him into the corner.
A little bit. Yeah, gonna maybe launch him again, it looks
Running
like.
him off the ropes and blows him up with the pounce. Unstoppable force there meets a very movable object, sent Balor flying back into the corner. But again, we've seen from both sides, it's Balor who's fighting back a little bit after taking the brunt of that attack. Twists the left arm up, forgets about the right, and eats a punch there. Well, Balor comes up short in the corner. Going up off the middle rope with a DDT.
And Bogard looking a little beat up already out there, I gotta say.
Oh, he sent up the ropes. The area code kick from AJ Balor.
Going up top here, too.
Oh, no one there on the elbow drop. Bogard wisely gets out of the way, playing a little bit of possum there.
He was indeed, but now he's dumped to the outside. AJ Balor looking to keep this momentum in his favor here. Now they'll let that reversal kind of derail him too much. A smart choice. Got to keep the pressure on.
Step up Enziguri there, and yet it's Bogard who's back in the ring first, beating his chest, and I'm not sure if that's a good decision as Balor capitalizes.
Yeah, hits him with a reverse DDT, and Balor really looking to turn it up to 11 here.
Going back up to the high rent district, it's Bogard again getting to his feet, and Balor connects with a drop kick.
Nice missile drop kick there. Really leveled him. What else does Balor have in mind? Bogard with a couple
nice
reversals
counter
here. Nice little bimmy to Jimmy, but he's got to get control of things here because he's staying alive, but only barely right now, and that's a bad place to be.
Catches another kick there. Balor using his feet effectively, and again, what a stomp to the chest, using the corner to elevate. Rolls Bogard over. He's got the shoulders down here, looking for a cover. Gets a 2 count. Bogard's out. shoulder first goes Bogard, laying his opponent down. Balor rolls to the outside, maybe not a bad decision. Take a moment here. Bogard again going to the taunts. Showing the strength on display, but it's Balor once more coming away with some offense out of that situation. Not sure that Bogard has a lot to be bragging about here tonight, and it hasn't worked for him when he has anyway. Sending him off the ropes again.
Setting it up here.
Oh. Tiger feint kick, and now going to the top rope. Oh, no.
Oh, no, indeed. That is bad news if you're AJ Balor. But again, Bogard got to capitalize here.
Balor has just missed from the top rope, but Bogard has him up.
Stretching out that leg.
Balor's in a bad way here, and he's tapping out. The power submission game. Bogard turns that match on its head in an instant. Once he locked it in, AJ Balor stood no chance. Match looked like it was AJ Balor's to lose. He came up short again from the top. That high-risk maneuver just didn't pan out for him, and Bogard capitalized on it, got himself a win via submission, and kicks us off with a win for the Lion King. No luck for AJ Balor here tonight. He picks up his 6th loss.
Just like that, man, it was over. It's a tough look for your boy AJ Balor, but Nathan Bogard gets a good win here in a match he needed to win.
Yeah, and it wasn't as seamless as you might have expected. He had to work for it, but again, these are the kind of matches you have to win by any means necessary. Get yourself some momentum going. Stone rolling downhill, and Bogard will take a win here tonight.
Yeah, and like you said, he didn't make it easy on himself. He really stacked the deck against him. But a win's a win.
Next up, we've got more singles action in store. Paragon taking on Corey Quinn.
Yeah, and this is going to be an interesting one. Corey Quinn, a guy who we saw a good bit of early success from, fallen off a bit as of late, as have all of the Quinns, really. It's been a rough go if your last name is Quinn. Meanwhile, Paragon, someone who debuted really strongly in the Rumble and has struggled to follow it up. He strung together a couple of wins recently, maybe getting some momentum on his side, but for a long time we wondered if he would be of any significance, and he's only just now starting to earn his spot a little bit. So we got one guy on the way up, one guy on the way down.
Yeah, for Paragon, he got himself a win against SWA a couple weeks back. He was also picked up a win against Eddie Vortex. Seems to be a theme for some of our competitors here tonight. But then he was taken down by Songgrace, who took offense to the win over Eddie Vortex, his tag team partner. A loss that, at the time you talk about the size disadvantage for Songgrace versus Paragon, but we're talking about now SWA World Champion Songgrace. That's a pretty tough match to win if you're Paragon, but he's coming off of a one-match win here against SWA, looking to get himself another against Corey Quinn. Paragon comes into this match at 4-6, 23rd in the power rankings versus Corey Quinn, 21st at 6-8. Similar situations. They're both 2 wins under 500 here, and looking to get back to even with a first step win here, putting them one away. You mentioned tough sledding for the Quinns as a whole lately. We'll see the Quinn brothers actually coming up next. Chance to end their 3-match losing streak in tag action ever since they dropped the titles. 9-0 streak. Now they're working on one the other direction. No wins in their last 3 matches. They'll take on the Fallen Gods next. SWA and Benjamin Goldenberg. But first, we got Paragon and Corey Quinn. Bell is rang, and we're underway with a big clothesline from Paragon.
Yeah, I think the bell was rung, and then he rung Corey Quinn's bell. Rang
Nice.
Corey Quinn's bell.
Nice counter there, too, from the big man, and a running headbutt.
Rings his own bell.
Nearly caved in the chest of Corey Quinn there. My goodness. And now just staring down Corey Quinn. Oh!
I think maybe had a little Goldberg action there. Maybe Paragon concussed himself. Had to take a minute to gather his wits.
Kind of another shot to the head there, too, as he ran at Corey Quinn. I think he might have caught a headbutt himself downstairs. Dumped off the top rope.
Hangs him on the rope. That's real painful.
Looking for a cover there. No count. Corey Quinn's out of it quickly. You know, the other thing about Paragon, we mentioned the early struggles. Word is backstage he's been putting in more work. You know, he's got an incredible physique, but perhaps the wrestling talent hasn't been there as much as you'd like. He's been, my understanding is he's been putting in some work with some of the veterans of the company, and people say he's kind of coming up a little bit, picking up some more skill sets. Could be the explanation for his kind of recent luck as far as wins go. Ah. Big guy, 400 pounds. Doesn't really matter much. Boot to the face. Effective at all sizes.
Again, going for maybe that headbutt, but Quinn catches him. Return fire with a knee from Paragon.
Oh, takes him out. Powerbomb right into a cover. Ref runs around to the other side here. And it's 1-2. No, Quinn, he kicks out, but he rolls over.
Into that deep double leg action.
And he's going to slip out of that hold. Ref was really not on top of the ball there. Slow on the count and slow on the checking on a tap out there. If Quinn had tapped out, I don't think the ref would have seen it anyway.
Yeah, you know, the ref had to run around to get a look at that dump truck Paragon's carrying around. He's 400 pounds, and it's all in his backside.
Well, Paragon's looking to employ it here. All 400 pounds on top here for the cover. It's 2 count. Corey Quinn kicks out.
Quinn not going down just yet. Again, catches the elbow. He's had a few quick. Oh, dumps him outside.
Sent out. Dumps him on.
Uh-oh.
Quinn is up top.
Points to the crowd. Says, watch this.
Oh, looking for an elbow drop to the chrome dome. And no connection there. Paragon's back inside.
It looked like Quinn went for a spinning back fist and just sort of hurt himself on Paragon's collarbone there, too. Quinn, you know, the one thing that really seems to be keeping him in this match is kind of the repeated sort of slipping in a knee or an elbow, kind of catching Paragon as he goes for a grapple or a strike.
Yeah, using the big man's momentum against him.
It's clever and it's wily, but it's not going to be enough. You got to really get in some serious offense, and I think this is one of the first times we're seeing that here. Got to keep control for a little bit.
Ooh, sets him up with a neck breaker there, and now Quinn looks to be going back up top. Paragon trying to roll out of there. He's not going to get far enough. Well, maybe he did. Corey Quinn did not get all of that one. And another neck breaker. And again, Corey's going back to the top. Paragon once more trying to get out of harm's way. Oh. Not sure that Corey Quinn really covering the distance he wants to, but he might have got enough. No, it's a 1 count.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't really think that was enough. Going for a a chin lock here. Paragon working his way out, kind of muscling out.
Paragon not really to avoid the full brunt of the attack. What a clothesline into a cover. Paragon turns it around. 2 count. Corey Quinn kicks out. Whiffs on the boot there. Send him into the corner. Paragon has been able to roll just out of the way. Looking for that headbutt again. And once more, that reversal offense you were talking about.
Quick strikes, really saving Corey Quinn time and again, but a Samoan drop leaves him flat on his back.
Oh, got it there.
Sure did. Corey Quinn has been weighed, he has been measured, and he has been found wanting here.
Sternum is going to be bruised all to hell with that headbutt. He's caught a couple of them here. Oh, dumped on the knee, though. Impact on the back of Paragon.
Yeah, backbreaker, folding him in half, but a nice little shoulder tackle. Paragon's got something else queued up. Hooks him, and there it is on the face, that double underhook.
Count him out. He busted him open and put him away all at once. Face first into the mat from Paragon. Picks up his 5th win. He's got a couple in a row. He's one away from a streak, and he's getting some momentum behind him.
Yeah. And, they call that a face buster for a reason, as we saw there at the end, busting open the face of Corey Quinn. Actually, a move Corey Quinn employs from time to time. That double underhook face buster. But tonight it was Paragon using it. As we see again, Corey Quinn really going up top, trying for some ambitious offense, not really connecting. And repeatedly just not quite enough.
Interesting that you mentioned that as well. The fact that Sangres targeted Paragon, it was because Paragon used the pummel horse against Eddie Vortex. So going to that double underhook facebuster here against Corey Quinn, I would imagine it's a show of disrespect here. Another sign that Paragon is not afraid of going at his opponent with his own move.
Yeah, he definitely seems to enjoy the mind games at play there. Really kind of an extra insult to injury on top of, making your face bleed. He's also going to do it with the move that you made famous.
He's not going to make a ton of friends that way, but he has picked up a win here tonight. Improves to 5-6, 1 win away now from being back at 500. He would like to do that next time out for sure. And for Jamie and Noah Quinn, they're going to be looking to defend the Quinn name after Corey comes up with a loss here tonight. Looking to stop that 3-match skid that they've been on. 9-3 overall as a team, but it's been as up and down as it could be. 9 in a row, the unstoppable SWA Tag Team Champions, until they weren't, and they were taken down by New Era, who later dropped the belts to Dirty Deeds. Quinn Brothers have lost all of their matches since then. 3 in a row. They're looking for a win here tonight. It would be their 10th against SWA and Benjamin Goldenberg, the members of Fallen Gods. They stand at 1-2 in tag action and are looking to get back to 500 here. SWA in particular has struggled in singles matches lately, so hopefully he and Goldenberg can get something going in the tag action.
Yeah, these two both, had a rough go of late, I suppose you could say. SWA in particular, as you mentioned, have shown some promise as a tag team, but, have not exactly lit the division on fire. But, these guys are both capable competitors, always able to secure a win. They've got the tools. And they're going up against a team that, as we've already touched on, are on a real skid as of late. 3 losses in a row, including dropping the titles. So this is maybe as good a chance as any.
Yeah, a team that looked unbeatable and as of late has been very beatable. So looking to pick up their 10th win, they would join Unhinged as the only other tag team that has double-digit wins in the tag division. And they would improve to 10-3. Their 12 matches as a team, currently tied with Deadfire for second most in the tag division. Of course, they'll pass them into sole holder of second place here tonight. Unhinged has worked 14 matches and is on the card later on tonight, so they will retain their lead and extend it later on here tonight when they face off against the Disciples of Gray, the Beast, and the Boulder. That match is coming up in a couple of matches here following our singles matchup between Dr. Morbius and Casey Starr.
The Quins here, you know, how the mighty have fallen. As you mentioned, 9-0, now 0-3 in their last 3. 9-3, obviously still a respectable record, and they had a hell of a run, but you know, have they lost something? Is the fire still there? Are they still motivated to come and, you know... I mean, I don't know. What changed, I suppose, is the real question.
And, you know, Jamie looks like he's motivated here tonight. He comes out looking for some offense early. A couple of nice counters from SWA, though, kind of negated a lot of it. But good to see, you know, a lot of energy out of them here tonight. That's what it's going to take down a pairing like the Fallen Gods. SWA, though, really just kind of manhandling Jamie Quinn so far tonight. Looking like the stronger competitor for sure between the two active men.
Yeah, certainly a size advantage in his favor. The style a bit more heavily leans on power. Jamie Quinn, a bit of a technical submission guy, but
tag Hurricane Rana into Noah Quinn's waiting arms for a power bomb. And for a while, Jamie Quinn really seemed to be the face of the Quinn brothers, the leader, as it were. Even throughout sort of this free fall they've been on, but the end of their title run as well. I'd say that Noah Quinn has really been the one that can be most counted on between the Quinn brothers. They'll want him in the match as much as possible here tonight, taking on the Fallen Gods.
That is a good point. I have seen, you know, his leadership. Oh my!
Benjamin Goldenberg takes out SWA.
And it looked like maybe he missed there. He did kind of signal like, "Whoa, hey, I'm sorry," but he was also busy getting decked by his opponent as he blocks a drop kick and then suddenly is on the defensive again. This match happening so fast, I can't even get into the thoughts I had. You know, Noah Quinn certainly kind of seems to have asserted himself as the leader of the Quins as of late. Really been kind of, you know, doing a lot of the small things. And you mentioned it would be great to have your leader in the match, and that's true. But there's a tension that comes with that. Of course, it's having the freshest man in the ring. The Quins know this as well as anybody. They're good about making tags. They're good about cutting the ring in half. All the things you hear about in tag team wrestling. But also maybe a little trouble in paradise on the other side of the ring, so could be as good a time as any to capitalize. And here we go. It's the hammer lock.
DDT in, and he's looking for the cover on Goldenberg. SWA breaks it up.
Jamie Quinn got kind of stuck there in the corner, couldn't get to SWA. But yeah, that hammerlock DDT draws some blood early on. Goldenberg having a rough go of it this evening.
Not enough trouble in paradise, as you mentioned, for SWA not to help out his partner. Saving the match here, perhaps. But hammerlock DDT has won matches for the Quinn brothers in the past. And looked like it might have done so for Noah there, had SWA not broken it up. But Noah Quinn in a precarious position. It's a tombstone pile driver from Goldenberg.
That's not what you want to see.
Now he's looking for the cover. 2 count kick out. No help from Jamie Quinn, though. Interesting to note.
Yeah, Jamie Quinn either very confident in his brother's abilities or very foolish. I can't say which. It's tough to tell. But an interesting choice, as you say. Goes for a tag. Not sure if that was legal. I didn't hear, like, sort of a high five sound, but the ref doesn't seem to take issue, so.
Yeah, ref seeming to let it happen. Looked from our angle like the tag was missed, but I guess the intent was there, so the ref's going to let it fly.
Yeah, I guess a judgment call of sorts. SWA, meanwhile, back to doing what he was doing earlier and just beating the piss out of Jamie Quinn here.
Handful of punches right to the face. Oh, what a knee strike to Jamie Quinn, trying to bust him open, much like Goldenberg was, but Jamie kind of capitalizing on a taunt here. The taunts we have not seen be effective for anyone here tonight.
Well, it's interesting you say that. I mean, if you really think about it, even if you are taunting and your opponent gets a hit in on you, oh my.
Tag made.
Wins.
Oh.
Double back suplex from the top. But SWA right back to his feet immediately in control again. I was saying those taunts, maybe you get hit once or twice as a foot to the face there. But also maybe you get in the head of your opponent, which is often a very valuable thing to be able to do consistently.
And
SWA going for that coquina clutch.
Looking to get into the head of Noah Quinn here and cut off the oxygen. He's got it locked in, dropped to the mat in the center of the ring, too. Nowhere to go for Noah Quinn.
Maybe to remove the head of Noah Quinn, but he does not tap out.
Doesn't, and SWA seems to let him out of that hold. Unclear.
I don't know
the strategy.
I don't know why you would. Yeah, I don't know why you would do that. I mean, you had him locked in, nowhere to go, nobody to help. Just hold it till he taps or till he passes out.
Ooh,
but
super kick from Noah Quinn.
Yep, for his troubles.
Oh no!
And a face buster on the knee. Noah Quinn says, "I've had enough of this." Getting in some stomps. SWA again asserts control. Despite eating that clothesline from his partner earlier, has really seemed to be on his best game here this evening. A nice double back body drop, and Benjamin Goldenberg in town.
Goldenberg looking for the cover here. He's up on the ropes. 2 count. Ref didn't seem to see that one either. Big chop from Noah Quinn. Bringing him back in, perhaps. Neck breaker off the second rope.
And another super kick. Benjamin Goldenberg bleeding profusely.
Oh, and it was going to be 3. SWA saved it.
He sure did at the last possible second. Great work by SWA. Great teamwork, even in the face of literally getting battered by your teammate.
Goldenberg
seemed to
just
be no
now
ill will.
moving. After that, the match was over.
Yeah, nice little judo toss there. He seems to have his wind back a bit. But he going for a pin here off of a judo toss. Interesting choice. Jamie Quinn able to break up the pin, but that was a 2 count. These guys are starting to look tired here. So the thing about tag team wrestling, if you don't change out your team members a lot, you get very tired and it wears you down very quickly because there's a lot more going on in and out of the ring. Even when you're on the apron, it's activity, it's paying attention. You got to watch your opponents. You got to watch the other guy on the apron. You got to watch your own teammate.
Noah Quinn up for a power bomb. Looking for the
rough.
cover is Goldenberg. Has he done enough? No, it's a 2 count. Noah Quinn kicks out. And again, either the confidence or the lack of care here. Jamie Quinn not breaking that one up.
Yeah, it really is tough to tell which it is because he's a very expressionless kind of guy. Those cold blue eyes and that weird
Oh,
pointy nose.
Noah
Quinn
Quinn, nice
fights out.
reversal out of a bad position there.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Wraps him all the way up. Another hammerlock DDT. And Noah Quinn looked like he had done it. SWA saved this match for the third time.
Yeah, Noah Quinn rolling outside, going to take a powder. Take a moment to collect himself. He's got something else up his sleeve. He's going to hope SWA can't interfere again. Going for another hammerlock
back
DDT.
For it. And the bank for that one is open. Noah Quinn has secured a win. No help from SWA this time around. Fourth time's the charm for Noah Quinn, who dominated that match and dominated Benjamin Goldenberg.
Yeah, you know, that ultimately was a war of attrition, I think, more than anything else. You could tell these guys were all getting worn down. Goldenberg ate several super kicks, several hammerlock DDTs, was bleeding for most of the match. He just got beat up. And the Quins have their first win in 4 matches.
Yeah, and a big one. It's their 10th win, getting them into double digits along with Unhinged and stopping that downfall that they had been on. Maybe getting themselves pointed back in the right direction, looking to hopefully contend for the tag titles that they dropped. And it's been rough going since they did, but maybe now they can get kind of the right foot going in the right direction once more.
Up next, an interesting match, I suppose you could say.
You think you know me?
Casey Starr taking on Dr. Morbius. Starr sits at 1-2. Has heavily been involved in the careers of Al Sebastian and Luke Thompson. Hasn't shown a lot in his own singles matches. Last dropping a match to Deuce Bennett. Tonight he faces Dr. Morbius, who is 6-5, sits 17th in the power rankings. And who was sort of on a pretty impressive pay-per-view streak until he lost to Sangres at End of the Line, a match that would cost him his Path to Glory briefcase, the briefcase that Sangres cashed in and used to win the World Championship against Starr's partner, ally, unclear of their relationship, but Luke Thompson.
And his opponent,
More like who Thompson, am I right?
Yeah, Thompson has been on a bit of a fall. 0-2 in singles despite holding the World Championship. We're going to see Luke Thompson later on tonight take on Tomio Yamaguchi, the man he took the World Championship from in that triple threat match at End of the Line. And, at 0-2 in singles, dropping the belt to Sangres, Yamaguchi's going to want to put a nail in the coffin for Luke Thompson, and Thompson might be fighting for his career to prove that he wasn't just a fluke and that he does have some staying power here. That match will be coming up later on tonight, our second to last match. But first, we've got Thompson's a person that Thompson knows, I think you could safely call it, Casey Starr. I'm not sure what their relationship truly is at this point. Taking on Morbius one-on-one.
A little back and forth start for both competitors. Nice dragon screw leg takedown by Dr. Morbius there.
This is not quite a Morbius versus Eric Draven level, but a lot of black leather in this match.
Indeed, yeah. Some patent leather too, maybe. Got some real shiny moon boots there. Shades of Napoleon Dynamite even. Star, very into the quick strikes here. Seems all about that striking speed. Stretching the neck out as well. We haven't seen him wrestle a whole lot. We've heard a ton about his accolades in Japan. We haven't really seen a whole lot from him here in the SWA.
No, he's a lot more been a pest for Al Sebastian and sort of a supporter of Luke Thompson, who at one point we thought was Aloysius S. Yates, turned out to be a fraud. Now we see him, seeking to get back to 500 here against Dr. Morbius, who gives him just a boot to the gut as he was trying to get back to his feet.
Yeah, and the Doctor, of course, is King Pay-Per-View, who, sort of underperforms on your average week-to-week shows, and then come pay-per-view time is completely unbeatable. Getting stretched a bit there. His arms worked over. Casey Starr going for a pin here.
Just gets a 1 count. Can't say I'm terribly surprised by that result. A little overzealous, perhaps, by Starr, but a big knee to the gut there from Casey. Morbius floats over there. Oh, big double axe handle just flattens him. Ooh. Doctor going to need to see a chiropractor after those knees delivered to the back. Just sends Morbius over the top, face first. And got Casey Starr going. He had to get the wiggles out there after that move. And now continuing the offense, drops the knee on the plague mask there of Dr. Morbius.
Was it the blue wiggle? Do you know which wiggle it was that he had to get out?
I don't think it was quite sexy enough for that. But Starr is setting up Morbius here. Jumps through the ropes, DDT.
Oh, man. Ouchie. Goes for a kick and misses. Morbius taking his plant leg out and dropping him face first onto the mat.
World's slowest. No. Oh, no. Morbius got a sledgehammer and just laid it into Casey Starr's right knee. Morbius giving absolutely 0 Fs. Sledgehammer to the knee of Casey Starr. A disqualification loss for Dr. Morbius and a win the hard way for Casey Starr. My goodness.
Maybe Morbius here taking some tips from your boy Al Sebastian, king of the DQ wins in the Golden Trial, but I don't know. Very interesting choice. Up next, we got 2 members of the Disciples of Grey. We got the Beast and the Boulder taking on Unhinged, who have really been on a tear as of late. Going back some time now, they've looked nigh unstoppable, I think you could say.
Yeah, had a loss to Kiho Sankari and Mason Jones a while back, and since then have been all over the entire tag division, including coming back and sending Sankari and Jones definitively through a pair of tables. And tonight they face the Beast and the Boulder, a team that they have not beaten before. And as they had kind of released their list of teams, they had this one circled, and now it has come to fruition. It's Calvin Abueva and the Boulder.
Does anybody need anything from the concession stand? I'm going to make a run up there because this will be 25 minutes before he's to the ring.
Introducing first, from the Philippines, weighing in at 290 pounds, the Beast.
The Beast and the Boulder had worked together before, 2-2 in tag action, before they were recruited or swayed or brainwashed, whatever you want to call it, into the Disciples of Gray underneath their leader, Gracious Garrison Gray. Last week, we saw the Disciples with Triple G involved, along with Sparkles, take down New Era, a big win over a top team in the tag division. This week, it's Abueva and the Boulder taking on Unhinged. Chance to take the team to 2-0, but no Triple G. I think it's safe to say that Gray is, not only the leader, but really the key force behind the Disciples of Gray, the key force that helped get them a win at End of the Line against Bobby Plaster and his recruited team of Judgment. So it'll be interesting to see what the Disciples can do tonight without Gray involved in the match and without him at ringside.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of Triple G in tag action. We saw him at End of the Line, and we saw him one other time, I suppose. But we've seen success when he's involved. But I think it'll be interesting to see what the Disciples of Gray here kind of show on their own. We see them not entering together, showing a little more of their individual personalities than we've seen as of late. They often walk out very kind of solemn and somber, sort of laser focused on the mission of sharing graciousness or whatever. But
yeah, a little more personality involved here tonight, and exciting for fans of the Beast and the Boulder. I'm curious to see how Gray will react.
Yeah, maybe they're hoping that he's not watching tonight or something, which seems like it would be foolish, but we'll see, I suppose.
Well, the Quinn brothers win earlier tonight. They are now tied for the lead in win totals in the tag division. So the Quintons evened it up at 10. Unhinged will be looking to take back the lead with an 11th win here tonight. They are 10-4. Currently second in the tag power rankings. And looking to extend the lead, take it back for the most wins in the tag division. They have worked the most matches in the tag division as well, but have never come up when it mattered in the championship match, falling twice to the Quinn brothers. They would love to get a shot at current tag champs Dirty Deeds. But tonight it's all about going through the Disciples of Gray, and it's the Beast and Onyx starting us out.
Yeah, you mentioned that Unhinged really been on a tear, would love another shot at the title. I don't know if they feel they're quite there yet. They've been really on a mission to assert dominance over this tag division. They've started calling themselves a top team, and they've really lived up to that nomenclature. But this is an important match here for them, I think, because these guys are a couple of strong singles competitors, and have been sharing the light of graciousness with all who will listen. And I think Unhinged, you're really looking to maybe put a dampener on some of that light.
Big back body drop for Onyx there. We've seen them perhaps have more success with this kind of arrangement, starting off with Onyx and then bringing in Slate, who is much more of a submission specialist. Not sure if the Boulder or the Beast here have quite been softened up enough to necessarily tap out, but Slate
Going
not
for an
afraid to
armbar.
go
Let's
for
find
it.
out.
Working on the right arm of the Boulder here.
Oh, and Boulder getting up to his feet. Not quite enough. I appreciate the effort and a little quick headbutt there. Sneaky by Slate Stone.
And not quite the impact of the headbutts we saw from Paragon earlier tonight, but a little damage nonetheless as the Boulder fights back to his feet and sends Slate into the corner. Tag made. The Beast is in. And it's a boot to the midsection. Slate flips over the top, though. Nice counter.
Slate taking his time here, doing what many technical submission style wrestlers do, picking a body part, working it over, softening it up, as you said, to go in for the killing blow. Maybe focusing on that arm here a bit, looking to lock in that arm bar, that Juji Katami, or maybe the grindstone. He's got a lot of things in his arsenal that can really put you away.
Meanwhile, Bueva just going for a straight right there, but Slate gets out of the corner just for Bueva to get out of the other corner, and it's back and forth as the Beast tags in the Boulder here.
Yeah, feeling it a little bit in the limbs already. And now it's the Boulder back into the corner.
Big
and a
chop.
stiff chop.
Slate Stone.
They call him the Boulder, but these guys are good at breaking rocks.
Oh, and it's a cutter into a submission here. Looking for the grindstone. He's got it locked in. Can the Boulder get out of it? Yes, he can.
does.
Once more, the Boulder resisting the submission attempt from Slate Stone.
A lot of damage done to the Boulder already, though. You gotta notice that both members of the Disciples of Gray here, they're tagging a lot. They are really, really conscious of staying fresh in this match. I think they know that this one is going to be tough. This is a team that's well equipped to wear you down in different ways. Slate, obviously, with the technical submission approach, and Onyx likes to just beat the shit out of you. And that combination can be very dangerous. Speaking of Onyx, maybe Slate looking to get a tag here. I think it's probably been a good bit of time. Onyx well rested, ready to come in with those giant fists and cause some pain.
And sure enough, the tag made there. Onyx in to maybe finish.
Going up to the second rope and a tornado DDT. Shout out to Chavo Guerrero.
Some athleticism on display from Onyx Stone.
Yeah, people underestimate guys of his size, but he can move. Bueva catches the leg there, going for some single leg action as Onyx able to roll over and escape it.
Onyx not a fan of the hot SLA. He gets out of that in a hurry. Oh, big uppercut, though.
Yeah, that basement uppercut caught him right on the chin.
Oh, and nope, 2 count. Bueva kicked out. Boulder was almost there to break it up. Slate got a hold of him, but Bueva got out of it anyway.
Yeah, Slate had to go the long way around, couldn't quite intercept him, but he does get in some offense. A little Russian leg sweep, and the Boulder rolls to the outside.
It's
a little
Onyx
time for
working on the left arm here of Bueva. These two really kind of perhaps setting each other up here.
Yeah,
focusing on a limb from Onyx Stone.
Able to really work him over and kind of get maybe a bit of a handicap type match here. 2-on-1 action. Oh, going up to the electric chair position. What's he thinking here? Got him for that one winged angel. Drops him on his head.
Got him, and he's got no help here. Can Onyx finally do it? No, it's kicked out. Bueva kicked out.
They say no one kicks out of it. I guess they were wrong.
It is normally broken up. by the opponent's tag partner. That's the first actual attempt I think we've had. So it's technically 0 for 1 here. Everyone kicks out of it, I guess.
Yeah, Kota Ibushi, Calvin Abueva, who can really even tell them apart these days? But here we have the Boulder in now against Onyx and just trading some potatoes.
Just hands a stone to the forehead of the Boulder.
And a little knee of stone as well. Drops him on his back. Onyx again, been in here a bit. Maybe thinking tag, but got something else on his mind first, it seems.
He's got the arms hooked. He's looking for a package pile driver on the Boulder.
Right on the top of his head, and that hurts quite a bit.
It's a 2 count before Abueva breaks it up. And then throws hands at both Onyx and Slate, but Onyx gets a hold of him here. Sends him back to the apron.
Yeah, sends him right back to the apron. Turns around, keeps his focus on the opponent in the ring, but Boulder able to get control here for a moment.
Big back body drop will turn that momentum right back around, though. Onyx again focusing on the arms here of the Boulder, who looked like might have been trying to crawl away. Onyx gets a hold of him and sends him into the corner.
Yeah, doing a good job here of maintaining control of his opponent in the match. Tag made. Beautiful Bimmy to Jimmy by Slate, who is the smallest competitor in this match by a decent margin, have to say.
And sending the super heavyweight Boulder over the top there.
A lot of strength on display.
Surprising effort. Big shoulder block from the Boulder.
Goes to the corner. Little butt attack there. Maybe a return fire here. No, Slate's got something else in mind.
Boot to the gut there. He's moved
Grabbing
to the outside.
Oh, what's he thinking here?
Oh, and he's using the ring post to his advantage here.
Oh, man. Oh, Bret Hart, eat your heart out. WrestleMania 13. Someone get the ring bell.
Ring post assisted figure 4 there on the Boulder. The damage that'll do to the super heavyweight's vertical base apparent, as the Boulder has yet to even get to a knee here.
Yeah, he's going to be struggling for a bit.
Slate helps him up, and might have been a bad decision because Slate gets a punch to the face as a courtesy.
Oh, and a running crossbody. A lot of explosiveness shown there by Slate. Just a couple of steps and got a lot of speed. Going for a hip toss, but cannot lift the larger Tupuola. Gets him up for the atomic drop, though, right in the giblets.
Of course, no count out here in SWA tag action. Slate rolls him back inside. The Boulder makes the dive, and Abueva's the active man.
That's a bit of a mistake, an oversight there, but missing on that running knee.
Oh.
Slate with some open-handed strikes just slapped him on the cheek. Nice
Onyx
little duck
go for
under.
a trio of just punches to the top of the head. Slate going for the trio of bitch slaps there to Calvin Abueva.
Turning him around. What's he thinking here? Oh, maybe the same technique.
Oh,
We've
he's
seen
going
this
right
before.
back to it. He's intent on damaging both members of the Disciples of Gray here, using that ring post once more.
Boy, these guys are toying with their opponents now. Really laying it on thick, sending a message to the Disciples of Gray about what Unhinged think of this new movement in the SWA. Again, Slate really letting his opponent sit with the pain he's experienced, bending his knee like that. Just kind of a taint attack on the head there, and now an abdominal stretch.
A bit of a teabag drop there. Really got that vice grip locked onto the side there. Getting kind of the edge of the old belly button son of Calvin Abueva.
And a side Russian leg sweep to follow it up. Ueva does reverse it, but Slate reverses right back to a nice reverse DDT. Yeah, how many times I can say reverse in a single sentence? You know, again here, I have to note the both members of Unhinged really taking their time between tags, really confident in each other's ability, not calling for tags. Oh, what's
Oh.
my
goodness.
version of their tag team move there, but using the apron as the other half of the team.
Oh, and then a palm strike to the back of the neck. Obleva counters with a headbutt. And Slate again working on the ribs, the side here.
Yeah, pinching that belly button. Gonna need to see something to finish off one of his opponents from either Slate or Onyx.
Another
running crossbody.
Breaking out the same bag of tricks against both of his opponents here. Now he sends Obleva in. Obleva's also trying to crawl for the tag and does make it.
Slate again making that mistake, eats a drop kick for his troubles. Feeling confident in his ability here tonight. Oh, and there's the cutter into that submission. Got it locked in. Obleva hiding on the edge of the ring.
And the boulder has tapped out to the grindstone. Finally putting them away. Unhinged comes away with the victory.
And like I said, you know, they really took their time, milked that one for all it was worth, sent a message to the Disciples of Gray. Have to see if Gracious Garrison Gray has some choice words after that match. His disciples coming out, sort of ditching their decorum a bit, and then losing in kind of embarrassing fashion to Unhinged here, who have just been continuously on a tear through the entire tag division.
Pick up their tag leading 11th win. Solid work from both participants here tonight as they take down the Beast and the Boulder, the Disciples of Gray, representing the Dogs here tonight. And as you mentioned, you know, Triple G probably not going to be too pleased with that result at all. But Unhinged will be. They break the short-lived tie with the Quinn brothers atop the wins leaderboard in the tag division, improving to 11-4.
Up next, we have the shortest reigning SWA champion against the longest reigning SWA champion. Both former champions at this point. We have Hoomst Luke Thompson against Tomio Yamaguchi in what looks to be a grudge match for Yamaguchi, who lost his title in a triple threat at End of the Line not that long ago.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, you know, the shortest lived in Thompson, but he took it from Yamaguchi in that triple threat match. So some bad blood here, to say the least. Thompson has already dropped that title in his first defense to Sangres, who cashed in that Path to Glory briefcase and picked up a big win. The seasonal residence's resident himself, Luke Thompson, will go one-on-one with Yamaguchi here tonight. No triple threat. No third opponent here to mix things up. It's going to be one-on-one, man versus man, Luke versus Tomio. Thompson looks as hyped up as ever, though, ready to go here tonight. A man he has beaten before, but in triple threat action. Yamaguchi coming out with the SWA Tag Team Championship belt. May have dropped the world title, but he's still a champion as a member of Dirty Deeds. Where he and DDT are 6-1, Yamaguchi stands at 11-1 in singles action. Even with Thompson's win, came in a triple threat match. Yamaguchi has still not lost a singles match since our inaugural tournament, our first ever event and his first ever match. Singles-wise, he's on an 11-match winning streak still, having only lost in a multi-man match. Could be bad news for Luke Thompson. We also know that Yamaguchi cannot be too thrilled about dropping that world title to this man, and will be looking to inflict some punishment, much like he and DDT did when they took on Thompson and Casey Starr in a tag team match.
Yeah, Yamaguchi really established himself as a legend in the early goings of the SWA here, holding that world title for a full season, a mark which will be difficult to approach for anyone, and then simultaneously for a while holding the tag championship with DDT. Real tough competitor here, top quality wrestler. And it's interesting, I don't know how much we've talked about the serendipity or the coincidence or whatever it is that Yamaguchi won the championship in a triple threat against two people who were teammates who were kind of already in not a feud, I suppose, but already had a scheduled match because Puma was the Rumble winner, and then he lost. So Yamaguchi is the late entrant into that match to make it a triple threat, and then he lost the title in a very similar match. Rumble winner Luke Thompson versus champion, and then you enter a third man into the match very late, who kind of has a bone to pick with one of the other entrants, and that ends up costing the champion the title. It's a very strange coincidence for such a great competitor.
Yeah, and both times, we thought that the third person in that match might come into play in the finish, but we actually saw Yamaguchi take down and pin Domingo Cervantes, and Luke Thompson pinned Yamaguchi. So both clean pins over the champion as well, but definitely unique circumstances, those being triple threat matches. It's not often that we see the SWA titles defended in a multi-man match like that.
Yeah, a lot of champions really prefer to sort of do things one-on-one, and I think Yamaguchi was no different. And I think this match, in a way, even though it can't be for the title because Thompson has dropped it as soon as he humanly could, I think this match is a bit of Yamaguchi proving that he could have beaten Thompson one-on-one. Or at least I think in his mind that's what this has become, because he's already just laying into Thompson here, absolutely.
Looking for a quick cover. He's not going to get it there. Just a one count. Thompson gets out of that one fairly easily.
Yeah, he does. And Yamaguchi here, a little running knee to the side of the head.
Spins him like a top.
Speaking of knees,
definitely connects with another one. Thompson using the ropes to pull himself back up on the apron there.
Yamaguchi trying to seize on the opportunity, but a nice little Gamengiri there. And Thompson climbs back in only to eat a side Russian leg sweep.
Oh, Superman punch from Yamaguchi. He is quickly into a cover, leg locked, and Thompson's out at 2, shoulders up.
It was almost over just like that, using a well-known MMA move to take out the MMA enthusiast here. Not quite enough. Instead, a DDT from Yamaguchi, and he keeps going. Just looking to embarrass Luke Thompson here. A couple of quick back and forth strikes. Thompson getting up in that electric chair, but Yamaguchi
looking for
fighting out of it.
It's the move he used to put away Yamaguchi in that match. Tomio with a nice counter into a suplex. Oh, Thompson gets out.
Only a 2 count. Beautiful little straightjacket German suplex there, bridging into a pin, but not enough. Thompson able to roll over.
Straightjacket, the term my brain would not come up with for that suplex.
Now he's got something else in mind. Locked and loaded, perhaps. Up high.
Looking to put Thompson to sleep, but this time it's Thompson fighting out of it.
Indeed, and that's bad news if you're Tomio Yamaguchi.
Oh, feigns the next breaker and then gives him the elbow.
Strike to the back of the neck is indeed what took out Yamaguchi in that triple threat match.
Shoulders up, 2 count. Yamaguchi's out. Wasn't from the electric chair position. That's what Thompson likes to use to put a match away. And that move has been countered by Yamaguchi, and the go to sleep has been countered by Thompson. Yamaguchi gave him a stiff forearm elbow there of his own.
Yeah, but I think if you're Yamaguchi here, it's time to turn on the jets. This one really seemed in hand, and he hasn't quite been able to put away Thompson, who's showing a bit more fight here than I think we expected. Some quick kicks to the face, and now he's bleeding. Look at that.
Yamaguchi busted him open and immediately took the opportunity to taunt.
Now, we know Yamaguchi's a strong competitor. We've seen that from him. All I'm saying is I think he just needs to put him away quickly here. Don't toy around with him. Don't mess around and waste your opportunity. I think you just need to hit a couple of moves, do what you got to do, and end this one as quickly as possible. Really seems to be softening him up. Don't know if he's going to go for that ankle lock. Maybe, again with the straight jacket and the German suplex, but gets the ropes on the way down, and I think immediately forced to release the pin.
It's been all Yamaguchi here for a bit. He's setting Thompson up again, trying to put him to sleep.
Carry. There it is, the go to sleep. Pins him close to the ropes, and Thompson kicks out immediately again. Need to show some ring awareness.
Able to get the rope break. Yamaguchi bad positioning there. He's going for the cover. Ref doesn't see that he's up on the ropes. Thompson presses out.
Yamaguchi getting frustrated here, looking to use the ropes for leverage. Ric Flair style, but it does not work. And instead, now he's in a precarious position yet again.
Electric chair, elbow right to the back of the head. And Thompson going right to work. Not even looking for the pin. He's looking to submit Yamaguchi.
With a Mexican surfboard here, but Yamaguchi rolls out almost immediately. Not quite skilled enough as a submission artist to take down someone like Yamaguchi, seems at this stage.
Luke has backed his way into the corner here as Yamaguchi staggers to his feet.
Looking to get a running start, perhaps.
Oh, discus, big boot, or big foot rather, from Luke Thompson. And he's looking for the cover. 1, 2, and 3. Luke Thompson has done it. Luke Thompson, the only number he has is Tomio Yamaguchi's. He's done it in triple threat to win the world title, and he just ended the 11-match singles win streak of Tomio Yamaguchi.
And every time we think we can count out this Luke Thompson guy, he manages to stay alive by the skin of his weird little small teeth.
And what a win for Luke Thompson.
Yep.
I'm still in shock, as in shock I was when he won the world championship. Luke Thompson gets his first singles win, and it's Yamaguchi's first singles loss in 11 matches. He had the longest streak in the SWA going. He hadn't lost since our inaugural tournament in a singles match. And Luke Thompson gets it done. Just like we all thought and wanted.
Yep, no surprises here.
Taken down Tomio Yamaguchi. What a win for Luke Thompson. And it's that kind of power rankings upset that Brian Strong will be looking for here tonight. Now, not that there's a large gap between him and SWA Ascent Champion Starman, but Strong comes in as the underdog against the current champ. It'll be Starman's first defense of that Ascent Championship that he won in a wild 6-man match to claim that thing. Strong was involved in that match as well, but it was Starman who came away victorious, surviving the offense of his opponents and also his own. One of the highest risk takers in the SWA is Starman.
Yeah, he is not afraid of anything. Something about being a weird alien or whatever. I think maybe he doesn't understand how Earth gravity works, or maybe his weird, moist pink skin gives him extra cushion on falls. I don't know what to make of it, but that guy is not afraid to just jump off of anything.
Yeah, and it often doesn't even pay off for him, but he keeps going for it, and it's the kind of heart and tenacity that can win over the crowd. For Brian Strong here, he was a Path to Glory holder before he dropped it to Dr. Morbius, who, as we talked about earlier, eventually dropped it to Songgrace and used it to win the SWA World Championship. So Strong would like to claim a championship of his own here tonight against Starman, since he never got to cash in that briefcase.
And there he is, our SWA Ascent champion, Starman.
His first defense since claiming that title at End of the Line. We'll see if he can retain here. Both men come into this match at 3-1 in singles action. But Starman has the biggest win of them all in a multi-man match for that title that he wears around his waist here tonight.
Introducing the challenger from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 220 pounds, Brian. Introducing the champion from out of this world, weighing in at 220 pounds, he is the wrestling champion, the superstar.
So what's on the line here tonight? The Ascent Championship. Ref showing it to the challenger, making sure he knows what it's all about here tonight. Starman versus Brian Strong. We're ready to go in our main event. Title on the line. Flying Brian versus Starman. Bell is rung, and here we go. Waist lock here
Starting off.
from Flying Brian. Nice takedown. Working on the champ.
Yeah, really squeezing the air out of him there. Kind of ragdolling him a bit, too. Trading chops.
Rolls out of the way of that backhand. Nice float over Hurricane Rana.
Yeah, a little tilt-a-whirl, little head scissors takedown. Good lucha things all around there, but stiff shot to the back of the neck.
Flying Brian working out of that hold. Takes up Starman, who fights out of it. Nice reversal. Jawbreaker there.
Picks him up. Nice little body slam. Just straightforward offense from Starman so far. Nothing too out there.
Looking for a
Nothing
cover
too
here. He's got the
ambitious.
leg locked. It's just a 1 count.
As I say, nothing too ambitious. He goes for a pin attempt and then completely whips on a drop kick. There's the Starman we all know and love.
And a nice
Nice.
arm drag takedown there. Little ASF action from Flying Brian.
And a drop kick to the back, but Starman is right up. Little tilt-a-whirl arm drag of his own. Some elbows to the top of the head, maybe looking to open a cut. And, oh, I know that look. Starman's weird, vacant eyes.
Going up to the top. Daring Strong to get to his feet.
Usually bad.
And given what we've seen from Starman before, an underwhelming standing elbow drop.
Yeah, he was playing it safe, I think, there. We've seen, especially in that Ascent Championship ladder match, this guy will jump from anything onto anything else, maybe building up to a little more high-risk spot going forward, but that one was fairly safe.
Maybe
Don't wanna
he's
kill himself.
reined it in now as champion, perhaps. But the
He's got a title to defend.
Starman I know and love would have turned around and jumped to the outside there.
Yeah, jump to the 5th row at that, too, but, he's got a title to defend. He can't take all the risks now, I suppose.
Oh, catches a boot there from Flying Brian.
Nice stiff super kick on the rebound. Again, off the ropes, maybe no into the corner, but nobody home on the drop kick.
Starman kicks him into the corner. He's got the hand locked up off the top. Nice Hurricane Rana for Starman.
Another good lucha thing by Starman, who, gotta say, wonderful athleticism, very lithe, standing Spanish fly.
And he's
And
quickly
he's going right back up top.
up to the high rent district here. And again, he's demanding that Brian Strong get to his feet.
What's he thinking this time?
Another
and he
elbow
whiffs
drop, and
anyway.
he misses.
This guy has a talent for missing whatever he is jumping for. Flying Brian, on the other hand, little reverse DDT going up top himself.
Strong to the top. Hits with the splash.
Beautiful splash.
Oh, and going right back for more, perhaps.
The ref telling him to get down, but he refuses. He is Flying Brian after all.
Well, I think he's going to get down here, but it's not the way the ref wanted. He's coming off the top with a cross. What a counter!
Indeed, what a counter.
Starman caught him.
Caught him in the air.
My goodness.
Rolled through and then a body slam. Incredible work.
One of the most creative reversals I've seen here in the SWA.
Another reverse DDT by Flying Brian, who really loves that tilt-a-whirl offense.
Oh, slamming down the left leg of Starman. Looking for a cover here. Not sure it's going to be enough. 2 count, Starman's out. Title still up for grabs here.
Yeah, Starman not going to give up that easily. His Ascent Championship on the line.
Now it's
Maybe
Flying
looking
Brian.
for
crossbody out of the corner. Starman DDT out of the corner.
another ode to Chavo Guerrero. That second rope tornado DDT. Flying Brian here, fighting out of something. Side Russian leg sweep. And he's going up top again.
Well, he's up in the apron. Coming off the ropes. Looking for a cover. Has he done it? Has he got the Ascent Championship? No. Starman kicked out.
That was very, very close. Got to say that promising for Brian Strong. He's doing the right thing here. Getting right back up, continuing to lay on the punishment. Taking maybe a little too long for my taste to get his.
Looking for the
and he
Starman
whiffs.
elbow drop, and he also whiffs. A perfect recreation.
Third time's a charm. Really Starman style offense here tonight. Going for the
What
big elbow
an
drop.
Elbow drop from Flying
call it-
Brian.
You might call that elbow insane.
He's looking
for
for
the
the
pin.
cover. Has he done it? No, kicked out again. Starman is still alive.
That's impressive. Even Brock Lesnar fears that elbow drop, but not enough to take down Starman and win strong the Ascent Championship just yet. Starman got the leg hooked. Little fisherman's Michinoku driver perhaps there. Yet again, going up top. These guys have one gear, and it is High Rent District.
Elevation key to this entire match. Starman. Oh,
Completely whiffs, I think, but maybe sort of a butt attack on the way
kind of
down.
goes, down the back. It's a little backslide action, perhaps.
Little skid mark or something.
Looking for it, though, and he's done enough. A winner is you. Starman retains the title.
Starman wins with a skid mark. And there's something you don't see every day, folks.
Starman retains the Ascent Championship. In a typical Starman fashion, a near miss. Gets himself a win anyway.
Yeah. And, Strong there bleeding. I missed that at some point. Drew some blood. Great fight. Put up a hell of a challenge, but not enough to take down the Ascent champion, Starman.
Starman closes us off with a nice win. His first defense of the title, and he comes away victorious. No luck for Brian Strong here tonight. Big win for Starman. And that will conclude episode 33 of SWA. We've got more action coming next week on episode 34, which will be our last weekly show before our season-ending pay-per-view two-night stand coming your way. Going to be a ton of action coming at you there. And looking forward to it, seeing what we got next week. Thanks for coming out and joining us tonight. We'll see you next time.